One with DP. Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios. Here is your host, Derek Pearson. Presented by Beatrice Bakery on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome on a Wednesday. We do want to thank the folks from Beatrice Bakery for making this hour of sports radio happen. We are also going to take nominations here for the smile. We're going to make somebody smile today. So we'll do the care package today. We'll take nominations. Go to theticketfm.com. See the Beatrice Bakery banner. Click on it. You can nominate somebody and hear the rules. Simplicity. Somebody that has had a good day, a good week. Somebody's had a bad day, bad week. Somebody that you care about, you want them to know that somebody's thinking about them. It could be a first responder, it could be a teacher, educator, it could be a policeman, it could be your neighbor, it could be somebody you work with. The whole mission and purpose of this thing, that each day through 93.7 The Ticket and Beatrice Bakery, we make somebody smile. And we'll put together a care package of goodies from Beatrice Bakery based on your nomination of them. So if there's somebody that comes to mind immediately that you want to see smile, Beatrice Bakery will get us better day by day, one smile at a time, one Husker at a time, simply through your nominations and saying that this is a person that we want to see smile today. So you can do that. You can also put it on the Sartor-Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. You can call in the Honda Lincoln Hotline and give the nomination over air. That works just as well. If there's somebody, anybody, close your eyes, stop for a second, and think. Is there somebody who is carrying a burden that you want to remove? Is there somebody who's having a success you want to celebrate? That's what this is for. That's what this nomination is for. So we will make somebody smile today. Matter of fact, depending on the move, we may take a couple. But go ahead and get those nominations in, and we'll do that. Again, you guys know how to communicate. Honda Lincoln Hotline, Sartor-Heyman text line. The live video stream is up. So you can see what's going on in studio. Greatly appreciate you adding to the conversation. Several stories to talk about, and I will bring Rico in because there's so much to talk about. Rico, I need your immediate take. Was last night's men's basketball game good for you, bad for you, or indifferent?
DP, you're putting me on the spot.
I am. That's what I do.
No, it's for a different. I watched the first half. That is it. I did not catch the second half because I was overly tired and needed some sleep.
It's
unfortunately.
When does Rachel get home?
She actually, lucky for me, gets home tonight. She'll be in at 9:30, so both the kids hopefully will be asleep by the time she gets
back. Are they
back,
going to ignore you as soon as she walks in the door?
KJ, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
He does want nothing to do with me. 100%. He will. If he's awake, he is going to her, and he is going to be fine.
Okay. All right.
But I watched the first half.
Yeah.
I kind of caught up a little bit with some videos here and there and some of the stats from the second half. But watching the first half, it was fantastic. They looked great. They looked like a basketball team. They were working together. The ball was moving around. You could actually see how much they missed Alonzo Verge in their game against Rutgers. He was out there, and I know everybody says he dribbles too much, and that's true sometimes. But the fact that he can get into the lane almost at will and get a shot off, he's a little on the short side, so he's not getting the best shots off sometimes because everybody's massive in the Big Ten. But the fact of the matter is he can get in there almost whenever he wants, and he's dishing the rock around, and people are actually making their shots. And you saw what a much improved Bryce McGowan's from the beginning of the season, the first time they played Michigan, to now, how much of a difference that makes. This team looked amazing offensively and defensively when everybody is connected and engaged. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pull it out. They go on those stretches of not scoring and giving up easy buckets, and that doomed them. But if they can fix those 3-4 stretches of time where they didn't get a bucket and were giving up easy scores to Michigan, if they can fix one of those, I think they might win that game. Like the way that they're connected and moving offensively and defensively is is proof that they are getting better. It's just they started off in such a bad place that despite the fact that they're getting better, it's going to take a little bit before they win a game.
It was interesting to watch. So Bach and I sat here last night and watched it because we were doing both the women's game and the men's game back to back, the post game shows.
Yes.
So we're kind of distracted in that. And then we noticed, we said, well, geez, the men are shooting plus 50%. Like we've been waiting all year for this.
Mm-hmm.
The women are shooting 30%, which we have not seen.
No.
Not comfortable. We went, okay, somehow we've done the Mad Monday and Freaky Friday, and we've switched shooting. So, Ashley Scoggins doesn't make a three. There's a lot of struggling. What I did notice, that the defensive level of the Husker basketball team improved. Their awareness, their communication is better.
Mm-hmm.
Fewer blown assignments, especially amongst the first six. There was some issue when you got deeper into the bench, a little bit deeper in the bench.
You were forced to.
Well, you're forced to foul. I mean, look, you're in foul trouble.
That man was like 5 minutes into the game and he was in foul trouble.
Well, Derek Walker and Eduardo Andre, they were all in the shuffle, and you didn't have. Like it's as Texter mentioned earlier, Oleg is sitting on the bench. They're trying to redshirt him, trying not to use him. So then you've got to be flexible.
Pounds.
Yeah, like you got to try to flex and get through it. But through all of that, this team at 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the game is tied on the road in Ann Arbor. The last time these two teams faced each other, it was a mauling.
They were tied when the ball tipped off.
Right, and that was it.
It
was a mauling. I'll say it again. I really wanted at 1 minute 20. I wanted Coach Hoiberg to call timeout and reset and figure out how they're going to finish, because we'd seen that before. Like we've seen that recently.
You've been in this position,
right? We've seen that. And I'm like, oh, call timeout and get your guys organized. And it's not a slight to Hoiberg. It was just as we were watching, I'm just going, call timeout and let's figure out how we're going to close this thing out. You had them on the ropes. You had them with shaky legs. And then things just didn't go well. People have talked about the Tamanaga technical. Now,
what? Okay, again, I didn't see what happened.
Okay, so there's a run. Nebraska's having a run. I believe they're up 4.
Okay.
They're up 7. Dickinson down on the box. Spin move, tries to go baseline side. Tamanaga comes from behind and blocks the shot.
That's impressive.
And it's a clean block. Well, he just catches Dickinson, brings it behind his head.
And he just knocks it.
And Tamanaga knocks it down. Now, Tamanaga had hit a 3 and 2 nice drives right before that. So he's defending. He's got energy. He's doing what he's in the game for. Well, he was brought into the game to bring energy. So that's what he was bringing. I mean, that's literally the last thing you tell him before he takes the floor. I need energy, right? You're here to change the energy.
He's good at that.
Right? So he hits the 3. He makes it drive, nice kick and dish, high off the glass for a layup. He's pumped, comes down, help defender, comes from behind, swats it.
Was there any body contact?
It wasn't a foul. Like that.
Like you couldn't even, like you can't even.
It wasn't a foul. This was, as Strick said last night at the postgame show, the way the officials were lined up, the official who called it, that's not his responsibility on that play. His eyes shouldn't be there anyway. And it's not his whistle on that play. So he stepped out of his responsibility and made this call. Issue 1 and 2. It wasn't a foul. Wrong person blew the whistle.
So was it this guy's too big to be blocked by this guy, there must have been a foul?
Well, I don't know what it was because it didn't make sense to me. Like, it didn't make sense to blow the whistle. And then it didn't make sense to tee him up because he just did the thing that, as I told Strick last night, I would have got teed up too. If I was Tamanaga and I had played the way I played to that point, and then in a crucial situation, I make that block on Dickinson from behind, and then you blow the whistle on me, what Tamanaga did was the least of what I would have done.
What did he do?
Well, he just did the arm, he kind of,
that's crap.
In whatever way
whatever he said.
And with a smile, no less, right? Like with a smile. Oh, that's terrible. Boop, boop. Hit him with the tee. They make the free throws, and they get the ball. 7-point lead becomes 3. Turnover, missed shot. Here comes Michigan. They're up in the game.
Yeah.
Now, true story, you want Tamanaga to be more composed, but that's not why he's there.
Well, I don't be more composed in that situation. If that's the most composed you could be, like you get called for a foul I don't care who you are, no matter how composed you are, you get called for a foul that you don't think is a foul. You're looking at the ref and you're just like, I didn't do anything, or like, oh, come on, like you're doing something.
You can watch the replay and see what it was. And again, we still remember that these officials are human. So as the emotion of the game goes back and forth, the officials get tied into it as well. And they're supposed to remove the emotion from it and just do your job.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't doing his job because he was in the wrong place, looking at the wrong thing in order to make the call.
Yeah.
And then to add to it by throwing the tech. He could have just simply let the kids play. Imagine anytime somebody did a fist pump in a basketball game, you threw a technical.
Whew, it's a lot of free throws.
Right. That's a lot. So that's not why you do it. But then they had the opportunity to get back into it, tied it at 79 in 1:20. And this is where this team has to, the most difficult thing in all of sports to do is to learn how to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And this team has not learned how to finish because they don't know each other. Right? When they practice crucial situations and critical situations, Derek Walker's the hub. The ball's going to go to Derek and they're going to run off that, but Derek's fouled out. Verge, minutes used, right? He's had the emotional exposure, right? So he's dealing with his stuff. Trey is on a minutes watch because of his recovery, right? You just can't burn everybody.
No. You want him to be in that situation, but you also want him for the rest of the season.
So 3 guys that know what you want to do in those situations and are used to doing it in those situations are on the bench. So then Bryce has to step up and become that guy. Now, Kobe's out there. Kobe's a veteran. If it's Kobe, Bryce, and the other 3, we know what the system is. We know what the thinking is. We know how to execute it. They still haven't done it even with that group.
Yeah.
But at least there's concepts that they're familiar with, and they've been in those situations before. The 5 that are on 4 in that place, in that particular place in space, were all new to that situation here at Nebraska, and then being on the road at Ann Arbor. So there's this question mark, which is why I wanted the timeout. Like, Fred, call timeout, get your guys on the same page, and then you get a better chance to finish. I don't want to say that I feel okay about it because I don't. But compared to what they did in the previous matchup with Michigan and what they've been working on before, the improvement is there. They are just this is the phrase we've used with Husker Athletic more than we want to. The small things are it's a series of small things turned into big things. Basketball is in that place, and they've got to learn how to finish it. I'm not sure what it's going to take. But Northwestern comes to town. Now you're at home,
and Northwestern isn't as bad as people like to believe Northwestern is at basketball.
Oh no, this is not a guarantee. But if you're gonna get one, this
is it.
This might be the one. Like this may be like you need one before you consider getting the others. Northwestern almost blew a 24-point lead against Rutgers last night. They had a 24-point lead, let it get to overtime, and then finally eked out a win at home against Rutgers. Again, the ability to finish, something Northwestern knows how to do.
Look, Ron Harper hits that shot 8 times out of 10.
Oh my goodness
gracious.
He hit it against Nebraska.
That's his
shot. He literally hit it against Nebraska to send the game.
He left it short.
Now, on the other side of this, I just want to say this. Listen, if you claim to be a Husker fan, you better be at PBA Thursday night when the women play Penn State. I don't want an excuse. This team is 16-4. They play an exceptionally high level of basketball. They're fun to watch, great personalities. They're good young ladies. And Amy and Chuck Love are doing a great job getting this team to play. A basketball team at the University of Nebraska is 16-4, and they're playing at home. Right, an opportunity to create space for them in the Big Ten Conference. They're 5-4 now in the Big Ten Conference. 6-4 looks better when you start looking at bracketology. We know that that's what they look at. Right, 17-4 looks really good on the resume.
Yeah, it does,
and it allows you to be pondered in that 5, 6, 7 space where you're not going to get a monster in the first round of the tournament, right? And your Big Ten tournament performance won't dictate you getting in the tournament or what your ranking is or your seating is when you get into that tournament, right? Be nice to play somewhere convenient to Lincoln, maybe. But all of that happens in this space. 3,800 was the number that Jay gave us for last night. 3,800. Not enough.
Not even close to enough.
Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Not for a 16-14. No, it's
and
not.
Conference game. A conference game. It's
this
important.
Is big, and it's Penn State. So any chance you get to cheer loudly against Penn State, you should show up. But the product's good. The venue is exceptional, right? The difference between this team being good and great is the crowd. And to tell me that you can't show up for this women's basketball team is just, it's silliness. Get your tails up off the couch. I know COVID and pandemic has gotten people lazy and you'd much rather watch on TV, but you know what? Grab a mask, go get some popcorn down at PBA. They got the best popcorn in the state.
It's pretty good.
Go down, right? It's the best popcorn in the state. Get your tails down to PBA on Thursday and watch this basketball team. Because again, they have a chance to do something special. They have a chance to be special. They've already stared down two of the big dogs and didn't wince. Didn't blink. Amazing what's going to happen. Because now, after Thursday, whatever they set and play Thursday, they have to go to College Park and face Brenda Freeze and that Maryland team. And that is a legitimate, long, athletic, strong team.
It's another top 10 scoring team that you got to face.
Right. Great measuring stick for this team. Send them to College Park hyped.
Yes.
Send them to College Park on air with your voice ringing in their heads. Not only is it good for you to go and watch good basketball and actually see teams win at PBA, but these young ladies have earned your support. We shouldn't have to beg, but we will. I don't have skin in the game. I don't have a dog in the fight. But to me, if you're going to tell me that you love Nebraska sports, if you love the Huskers, it's time to get active in it because you have a tournament level team, a team that could mess around and win big games in February, March, right? This could, right? We wouldn't be surprised by who they beat.
No.
But they're going to need Husker Nation to step up. They're going to need for you to step up, and it's important. Also, just for the record, Friday night, Devaney Center. Get off your tails and get over to Devaney. 8 o'clock, Huskers versus Michigan.
We know how much you guys love Michigan.
Anytime you can watch somebody from Michigan get their elbow bent in a chicken wing, it's time to rejoice and celebrate.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, look, man. I've gone to a couple of home meets, and these are knowledgeable wrestling fans. Like they know what they're coming to see. We just need more of them. You just need more of them. So,
and don't worry if you don't know. Somebody there will teach you.
Right, the person next to you, the person next to you will teach you. And if you see Mark Manning around, just give him a pat on the back and give him a good attaboy because what they're doing with this as well. Now, track is having success.
They are
men's gymnastics is
15th in the country.
I think they moved up to 12.
Did they? Okay.
They moved up.
They were 15th for like 2 weeks in a row.
Gymnastics, I believe they're top 15.
I'll have to check.
Women's gymnastics, big win over Illinois. Come from behind win at Illinois versus Illinois. Right? There's lots going on, and there's success going on, and people get caught up in the things that aren't going right, and they're ignoring the things that are. So we got to do better at being supportive of the things that are going well in this athletic program. There's reason to rejoice. I just got a note. So ticket weeknights, and I want to go through this so you guys understand. We'll go through it again. I'm going to go through it every day till you guys get it. That tonight, the teammates mentoring hour from 6 to 7. And I'm going to challenge this listenership, this listener base to commit themselves to 30 minutes a week for teammates mentoring. That's all that's required, is for you to go to a school of your choosing. They will match you up with a mentee, somebody, some young person that literally just needs somebody to sit and talk to, hear and be heard. You don't have to go spend money. You don't have to go shopping. You don't have to plan an event. You simply have to commit to being there for 30 minutes once a week at a school, listening and talking to a mentee. Last week we had Tom Osborne on, and if that wasn't enough to get you hyped, then you're missing out. Des Moines Adams was also with us. Tonight, mentoring hour from 6 to 7. We'll have 3 mentors on that will tell various stories about why this stuff matters and why we're doing it. Amazing. But from 7 to 9, behind that, Chris Raff, Aaron Davis. And they loaded up on you.
Who do they got this week?
They've got Des Moines Adams.
Well, then.
And if you've been around those 3 guys, something good is going to happen. And I mean good in the best sense. Something's good going to happen. So plot that in and plan it. And then, how could I forget? We were supposed to have her as a guest now on one-on-one. She texted last night, say, hey, can we move it to Wednesday night? I'm like, hey, 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock's free. You good? She said, yes. What if I told you we're going to welcome Nicklin Hames to the 93.7 Ticket family? Yeah. So weeknights, we're going to get her once a week here. Tonight, 9 to 10, Nicklin Hames. And just tell us all the stories.
What's it going to be called?
We're going to ask her that.
Set it up.
I don't want to, like, I have a rule with all these student athlete shows, right? Bryce Matthews and Cam Chick, like last year they were second baseman and shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in baseball, that's up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how they came up with the name, up the middle. All right, good deal. Gymnasts, Michaela Curtis and Kinsey Roby. What are we talking about here? We're talking gymnastics. We're talking tens.
Perfect tens.
Yeah, that's how that works. Behind them, the only reigning, defending national champions on campus, bowling team. Would you do it right? What do you call it? In the pocket.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Done deal, right? Swimming and diving. Those young ladies, you've got Audrey Caffey and Reagan Hensey. So Reagan's a diver. Audrey's a long distance swimmer, an All-American, mind you. Reagan goes the deep end.
That's a great name,
right? We crushed. Kobe and CJ, Thursday nights. Kobe, what are you going to be talking about? The truth.
the whole truth, nothing but.
I don't even have to work at that. Like, you guys nailed it. Buzzy Carruthers, basketball, director of player development.
What are we talking about?
What's the buzz? What's the buzz? And mind you, he stole the theme song, one of the songs from the musical Hair.
That's fine.
Yeah, and whenever the show starts, he plays it. It's what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. And then I sing it for the rest of the night. Like, it's like, thanks, Buzzy, appreciate it.
But you remember it. And that's
you cannot forget it. You cannot forget it. We also, probably within the week, will finalize a track and field show.
Mm-hmm.
We will finalize a women's softball show. And we will finalize a women's soccer show.
Okay. All the sports.
So if you tell me you're a Husker fan, sports fan, and you're not listening to Husker weeknights, the ticket weeknights, fail. Just give yourself an L and move along. But do better. Nobody else in town is giving you that kind of 6 a.m. to 10 o'clock at night sports coverage. Because, not for nothing, but sports doesn't end at 6 o'clock every night. Like, there are actual games.
Sometimes it doesn't start until after 6 o'clock.
Who else is doing women's basketball postgame shows?
I believe nobody.
Who else is doing men's basketball postgame shows?
I don't know. Probably like one other. I don't know. Maybe just us. I don't know.
Well,
I'm actually not sure.
Right. Okay. Just pointing that out. Tonight, 7 to 9, Des Moines Adams joins Chris Raff and Aaron Davis. Nickel and Hames from 9 to 10. Teammates Mentoring Hour from 6 to 7. It's a full loaded day. We love you that much. I'm going to be here from 7 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock tonight.
Again, you did this to yourself.
This is because I love you. Love requires that I give. I'm having a moment.
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine. We'll get to your text. We see you guys up in there. And if you're sitting on the Honda Lincoln hotline, stay tuned. We'll get to you after the break here on One on One.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Allo knows businesses need reliable communication, both at the office and at home. Now more than ever. Just listen to Bill Mitchner from Lighthouse.
Before, we'd have breaks in service, especially for internet, but we've never had any issues with Allo. It's always been there and available when we needed it.
At Allo, supporting your business is our business. To get your free quote and switch today, visit allofiber.com/workfast or call 402-480-6685 today.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers is all about the good and creating more of it. More drive-through celebrations, more weekend traditions, more family dinners and lunches, more car picnics and road trips, more desserts, maybe more second desserts, more celebrating being together as much as we can. There's always room for more good and more Freddy's. Keep the good going with a taste that brings you back.
Casey's General Store is giving you the chance at winning 2 free tickets to a Nebraska home basketball game this season. Stop by any Casey's location in Lincoln throughout basketball season, enter your name into the registration box, and you'll have a chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming Nebraska basketball game. Every drawing will occur at least 24 hours before the game that has its selected winner. So make sure to get to any Casey's in Lincoln today for your chance at 2 free tickets for Nebraska men's basketball games.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Pleased and honored to be joined by Nebraska volleyball coach John Cook.
If Trev wasn't interested, I would have done it in a heartbeat because I just felt like Nebraska athletics, we were at the edge of the cliff. You know, we had to do something, get somebody in here to build this athletic department back up. I thank my lucky stars every day that Trev's our guy now.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Turn off the TV and power down the video games. It's time for homework. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the NSCA. We want every child to learn and be successful. As a teacher, mom, and grandmother, I know children need a quiet place to do homework. Designate an area in your home away from the TV and background noise. Good study habits start with a quiet learning environment at home.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is hosting their annual sprayer clinic at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney, Nebraska, February 2nd and 3rd. Landmark Sprayer Clinic offers expansive equipment and technology training on different models of John Deere and Hagie sprayers. Learn about the newest technology, machine maintenance, spray tip selection, and more. We'll be offering free dicamba certification. Join us February 2nd and 3rd in Kearney. RSVP by calling your local Landmark location or at landmarkimp.com/events.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Cloudy skies and cold temps expected here for our Wednesday. We may see a few flakes around the region, only a high of 19. And with a northeast wind gusting over 20, it will feel even colder. A low tonight all the way down to 1. Gradually clearing skies tomorrow, still cold with a high of around 19 again. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, presented by Beatrice Bakery on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Rico's complaining.
You know I'm not wrong.
Rico's complaining. Whose picture are you looking at?
I just saw former running backs coach Ryan Held, who is now, I believe, the running backs coach of North Alabama, retweeted a photo of the North Alabama strength coach because today is his birthday. And I look at the picture, I'm like, that's the strength coach. And then I asked DP, and I'm going to ask everybody, why do strength coaches always wear schmedium shirts? Schmedium shirts. They're always like, I'm big. And everybody, like, you can tell that I'm big, but I'm going to get a shirt that's just a little too small.
I have gone in the other direction now. This is why, because I stopped lifting all the time. Because when I was lifting all the time, schmedium.
Just get it. You're wearing a medium or you're wearing a large. Get an extra large.
How did Mike Myers say it in Austin Powers? Tight, very tight,
very tight. Just get one size up. Like, is that like the sleeves are always? And I understand you got some massive biceps. He's got some pythons.
Yeah, crawl up.
But yeah, they're always just like a little too high up. They're like right up on the shoulder. Like, come on, man.
Oh,
what are you doing?
This is amazing.
And yes, if anybody's gonna say it, I am jealous.
Pipes. He had the pythons. We did get a nomination. Again, we're doing this today, so we do in fact have a Beatrice Bakery nomination. You can go to theticketfm.com, find the Beatrice Bakery banner, click the banner, and you can nominate someone who will get a care package courtesy of Beatrice Bakery to put a smile on their face. Now, I'll say this. We have a couple of nominations, but let me ask you this. For all of you folks who are listening, just stop what you're doing for a second. Who takes care of you? Who looks out for you? Who works hard and needs a pat on the back? Who has been exceptional? Who is struggling and needs a smile? Think of those people. Go to theticketfm.com and give them a nomination. Fill it out, and we'll see what we can do for them. See if we can put a smile on their face. This is the one we have. Category community member, Teresa Havlovich, and the staff Summer Place Nursing Home. My wife and her staff have been warriors during this pandemic and doing their job and taking care of their elderly residents with the utmost care. They are constantly dealing with staffing issues, but it doesn't stop them from providing top-notch care. That is a nomination worthy of consideration. As a matter of fact, what we will do is that we will make sure, and you can let us know, Brad, if you can swing by the station and pick up the care package, or if you need it for it delivered, let us know on the text line, or let us know via the address that you sent us. You can send that in to Derek at theticketfm.com if you want to do that. So we will take more nominations today. I'm in a mood where I just feel like today's a day for smiles. Today's a day for smiles. And I think we're better when we think of each other. Let's go to the Honda Lincoln Hotline. Jason has been waiting. Jason, what's up?
EP, what's up? Rico, hey, great job. I'm excited. I'm the kind of guy who goes to Husker home track meets. The indoor meets are amazing.
Yeah.
The athletes, the fact that you guys are showcasing them with a show, DP, is amazing. I got to say thank you and great job. You've really made your mark in this Lincoln market. And, I love you guys. I listen every day. Keep up the good work. And I caught the tail end of the bowling show, believe it or not. I do go to Husker women's bowling.
Right.
they have an annual home meet every year.
Yeah.
Which is coming up. So those athletes, as you know, DP, they work, as you say, and as they know, as most people know, they don't really appreciate it, but they work really hard. What I'm saying is fans don't realize how hard they really work.
Right.
So they know they work hard, and some of us realize that, but as a fan base, we probably don't realize how hard all the athletes work. And
right.
It's fun. It's fun to go to, I've taken my daughter to swim. I've got 2 girls, and sometimes I'll take them to a Husker swim meet and then walk down the hall and watch the Husker track team.
Yeah.
All in the same building in the same day. So
yeah, it's if Jason, if you get a chance, next time you go to a gymnastics meet, take your daughter down and introduce them to Michaela and Kenzie, and they will love and hug them. So you do that. They've made a point to say, listen, we're open to fans and people who come down, and they appreciate it as much as your young people appreciate meeting them. So
thank you, DP. Keep up the great work. I love you, brother.
Appreciate you, Jason, man. Well done. Ohio Husker says, DP, you don't need a medium when you got clean white and red Husker threads. Yeah, in the last 3 years, since I tore the bicep and then I had the spinal fusion surgery, I can't throw weights around anymore. I want to, but I don't want to be in ICU again.
Just do what Brady does or did, and just do resistance training.
But I would blow out.
Just a light bands.
I'm not a light workout dude. I don't know.
You would have to be.
Well, that's the thing. So I'm just gonna get chubby and embrace it. So thank you. What up, guys?
Avocado ice cream. You'll be all right. You'll be fine.
No, I'd rather have a gut. What up, guys? Come across the show and love it. Been listening for 3 weeks straight since I found you. Recommended girls basketball team for giving the basketball fans something super proud of and their season. You're correct. We gave Ashley and her entire family when they came in. Ashley's show this week was Monday night, and she came in with her entire family. Go to the podcast. You can catch it on there. Great family, first of all. Very interesting folks. You can go check out the full podcast. And then they took some goodies with them. So we did, in fact, send that there. Just a note, tickets to the Saturday men's gymnastics meet, they're just $1. $1.
See some pretty athletic folks.
Right? And this is a good gymnastics team. So Chuck Chamalka and this group, this is a good group. So $1. And I believe wrestling's like $3 or $5. It's not.
Which is crazy.
Right? To go do it. And again, it's Michigan. So Greg says a timeout and some coaching fixes all that last night. Yeah, coaching got them in the game. It got them a lead. Like they made some moves last night. Still, you got to learn how to finish, and that's difficult to do. Right? I mean, it's difficult to do, but that's what we're expecting. That's what we're hoping for. So Greg says Tom and I made a circus out of it. Okay, so let me give you this. An undersized kid from Japan, communication issues, right? That how he communicates on the basketball court is through emotion. That's literally the last thing they say to him before he takes the floor. We need full energy from you, right? So a kid makes plays. You can't turn this into a cyborg convention.
He's hyped up.
Like, look, the thing, it cost them. But I don't know of any high-level athletes who don't celebrate in any way, shape, or form. Now, you may have issue with the way they celebrate. That's on you.
Except Kawhi Leonard.
Right?
Because he is a robot.
Well, and he sprinted towards center court away from the officials.
He took himself out of the situation and was showing emotion. And I understand like in the video, you see Kobe like try to stop him. But at the same time, like he's going away from the refs. He's not getting in the ref's face, going to yell at him like, why would you make that call? That's not a foul, blah, blah, blah. He's just like, he's probably yelling like, oh, come on, that's not a foul. That's not a foul. That's a clean block.
Like he wasn't saying you, like there are things you can say to an official. As a coach, I know what I can say to each official that refs a game. Like I know how far I can go. I know what the line is. I know what words trigger them, right? And they will tell you, here's the stuff you can't say to me. Now, being excited in this space, right, is allowed. It's allowed. When somebody dunks and they grab the rim and scream out, that's no different than what Tominaga did.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit a three and you give the three signal, that's no different than what was there. He did not critique the call. He simply ran away from it and showed disdain. And he didn't do it. He wasn't frowning. He didn't curse at him, right? Nothing. Mm-hmm. So the officials could have just went, they're there. They're there. They're there. And yeah, you're trying to calm them down because you want to be in control of the game. I'm saying the officials could have just turned it.
Leave it alone.
Like if Tominaga was running towards them doing that, issue. Doing that running away from them, not an issue.
He was just getting back. He's not going to be on the line to get a rebound. He's getting back in defense position.
The real things that are in play is that the official, one, it's the wrong official making the call in the first place. That's not his job in that space. That's not the rotation they were in.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, he could have avoided, like, again, he was not, it's like a manager, an official in baseball and the manager's at the corner of the dugout talking to his team or walking away from an official. Somebody's walking away from an official and they're not cursing at them. You don't tee them up. Like, those are the meetings that we have before the season, each week, and before the games.
Unless you can tell me without a shadow of a doubt that Tominaga said something that he should
the
not
magic
have said.
Words. The magic words.
One of the 4 or 5 magic words that will get you teed up.
The magic words.
If you can tell me without a shadow of a doubt that he said one of those, I see zero problems with what he did.
Right. And this is not a team that tends to do that. So it wasn't some official scouting report saying, okay, watch this, they're going to curse you out. No, that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
And the officials, again, you have these meetings and those rules are put in place. So look, not ideal. I'm not saying you should, I get it. Had I made that play in that situation last night, I would have got teed up too.
If that's what we're teeing people up for, yeah.
Yeah, I would have got teed up. So that's just me. All right, we'll throw the break. More nominations along the way, and then we'll close out one-on-one, get you all set up for the Captain Show. Baron Miles on the Captain Show with VJ today. Buckle up, tune in. Let's do what we do. We'll be right back on 937 The Ticket.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Listening to this Allstate commercial about savings might be the hardest thing about getting those savings. Save for simply becoming an Allstate customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. Allstate. Minimum effort, maximum reward.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You knew the risks when you decided to drive drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. But that didn't stop you, did it? You knew you could get arrested. You could incur huge legal expenses, and you could possibly even lose your job. You were well aware of the consequences of driving drunk. But one thing's for sure. You were wrong when you said it was no big deal. Drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by NHTSA.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is hosting their annual sprayer clinic at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney, Nebraska, February 2nd and 3rd. Landmark Sprayer Clinic offers expansive equipment and technology training on different models of John Deere and Hagee sprayers. Learn about the newest technology, machine maintenance, spray tip selection, and more. We'll be offering free dicamba certification. Join us February 2nd and 3rd in Kearney. RSVP by calling your local Landmark location or at landmarkimp.com/events.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Pleased and honored to be joined by Nebraska volleyball coach John Cook.
If Trev wasn't interested, I would have done it in a heartbeat because I just felt like Nebraska athletics, we were at the edge of the cliff. You know, we had to do something, get somebody in here to build this athletic department back up. I thank my lucky stars every day that Trev's our guy now.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Cloudy skies and cold temps expected here for our Wednesday. We may see a few flakes around the region, only a high of 19. And with a northeast wind gusting over 20, it will feel even colder. A low tonight all the way down to 1. Gradually clearing skies tomorrow, still cold with a high of around 19 again. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You spend more time in your garage than outdoors in the wintertime. Isn't it time to get it organized? Call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for his variety of organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that'll be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. You don't need to bring the same clutter from last year into the new year. Travis has storage options for cabinets, monkey bar shelving, or slat wall, and more. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638. Casey's General Store is giving you the chance at winning 2 free tickets to a Nebraska home basketball game this season. Stop by any Casey's location in Lincoln throughout basketball season, enter your name into the registration box, and you'll have a chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming Nebraska basketball game. Every drawing will occur at least 24 hours before the game that has its selected winner. So make sure to get to any Casey's in Lincoln today for your chance at 2 free tickets for Nebraska men's basketball games.
Turn off the TV and power down the video games. It's time for homework. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the NSEA. We want every child to learn and be successful. As a teacher, mom, and grandmother, I know children need a quiet place to do homework. Designate an area in your home away from the TV and background noise. Good study habits start with a quiet learning environment at home.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Why are you always laughing?
What's the Pharrell song? Because I'm happy. Because I'm happy. That is my favorite song of all time, by the way.
Is it?
We literally could play that all day, and I would never. Like when they did the original release, they did it. Of course, the video was the thing that drove the song, so it was more than anything else. But then it was, they took the song and then they moved it around the country and then invited different people to record a video of themselves dancing to the song. And one of my favorites, Kelly Osbourne had a really good one. But Magic Johnson may have had the best one. Like he's just walking through his house and through the Laker offices and he's doing the whole thing. And it was just pretty badass. So for like 6 months, if you were on my social media, all you got every day was happy. You got happy. Like I played a song.
Happy.
Yeah. And my at the time I was coaching in Virginia and the baseball team adopted it. So whenever we scored a run, they would play I'm Happy. And so it became our anthem. And this team won. This team was like 13-3. And when the families decided to put together a video, a book, and a photo album book, like a book, but actually they turned it into a book with pictures from the season. And on the cover, it's the team. We took two pictures. One very serious,
as you do,
Superman pose, right? And then we took one of us just being happy. And on the front, they put
The happy picture.
They put not only happy is because we're happy. And that's like this. That was a fun group. Now winning helps, right?
Yeah.
But I think egg, chicken.
Which comes first?
Which comes first? I think they're tied together nicely. That the teams figure out how to care about each other because it means they're going to put work in for each other, and it's not about just them. I was listening to Michaela Curtis talking about last night that they beat Illinois because they were competing for something greater than themselves.
Nice.
She said we were all competing for each other rather than ourselves. And there's power in that. So speaking of the greater us, we have another nomination submission. This is to a respiratory therapist and the front office. I'd like to nominate the respiratory therapist and front office of American Home Patient. Over the past year with the pandemic, the in-home oxygen setups have been overwhelming at times. Along with everyday responsibilities and dealing with their own sick families, the respiratory therapist and front office keep the ship afloat and makes it possible to provide the best home health care for our sick patients to live their best life. I will say this. That nomination is worthy of a smile. So that'll be the second one. So Rico, I've sent you the two from today. We'll figure out. John, if you would, reach out and let us know whether you can swing by and pick up the care package or if you need it delivered. Either way, let us know. And we will carry that through for you. We will do that for you for what they do for us. Again, making Lincoln and Huskers smile one care package at a time, one act at a time. Day by day, we'll get better. Just by being better to each other. That's kind of what we're here for. That's how we're going to get out. Time for more nominations. You can reach out because remember, each day a show will choose people to give these care packages out to. So you can reach out to Rico there tomorrow. He and Nick are tomorrow. And then Friday, it's Bach and Strick.
Yes.
Reach out. We'll get that done. So it's good. There's a lot of good stuff going on. Baron Miles will join Rashawn.
Maybe a little talk about his son.
Probably. Right.
You get the stories when he was here.
Like
he went through.
He may have some thoughts on the current roster and locker room and what's going on.
Little Miles.
Well, he may be able to do that.
Interesting.
Well, I'm
DB week is fun so far.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Like this is, again, if you're not paying attention to it, it's good what's going on Rashawn's show. We do need to highlight what he's doing more.
Prince Amukamara.
Like we didn't know that.
No,
nobody did not know that.
Not even an inkling of that being wrong.
Amukamara. We did not know. Bill Long Day, Mark Onweiler will sit in the chair for Teammates Mentoring Hour, and he will run the ship for Riffin with Raf and AD, Aaron Davis, from 7 to 9 tonight. Their guests, special guest, Des Moines Adams from Teammates Mentoring and former Husker. And then behind them, 9 to 10 o'clock tonight, Nicklin Hames.
Just got to come up with a name.
Yeah, just got to come up with a name and some music.
Yeah.
And find out what she wants to listen to. Good stuff across the board. Don't go anywhere. The Captain Show is up next on 93.7 The Ticket. I'll stay for the first bit, and I'm going to go home and take a nap.
Necessary.
30 minutes. That's my max. Stay tuned.
These days, there are more reasons than ever to treat yourself to a great haircut at Great Clips with the online check-in app. So tell us, why do you check in?
I check in because I'm tired of hat hair. I check in because we all need a cut.
I check in so I can feel like me.
And I check in so I look good for you.
No matter why you check in, you'll check out with a great haircut and save time with our online check-in app. Great clips. It's going to be great.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've